Alright, hello! Hello, how is everybody today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in, Tyler. Congratulations on first! Jesse, the best streamer imaginable, how did you know what I was just about to say about you? How did you know? Also,
more people makes for more merries!
Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. What the heck, Jesse? What are you doing? What are you doing? Also, I saw that you did a thing. Don't continue that thought too late. I saw that you did the thing. I didn't see the thing that you did because I was not supposed to see the thing that you did since I am avoiding spoilers for Expedition 33. But I saw that you did the thing that you set out to do. Congratulations on doing the thing. I know that it took you a couple of streams to do it. Whatever it was. I don't know what it was. But I know that you did it, so congratulations. I am very excited for you. Maybe one day I will do the same, although if it's a super boss, then probably not. Let's be real. But again, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. You did not have to do that, but that is very kind of you, and I am grateful that you did. It's quite literally the hardest boss fight imaginable, like 15 hours later, but it's all complete now. But it's all complete now, and you know what? You did it, and now if you don't want to, you never have to do it again. But other than, you know, the hardest boss fight imaginable, how are you doing? I hope that you're having a good Wednesday so far. I mean, you triumphed over Expedition 33. I'm still in Act 2. Well, early on in Act 2, I didn't really do a whole lot of plot when I played it yesterday because I was leveling up all my characters to make sure that they were like same level. But I did get a little bit farther. It is still very fun. The music is probably still my favorite thing about the game so far, I have to say. But like, I do quite enjoy the characters. I have very clear favorites, but I do quite enjoy the characters. Sleep cycle fixed. Kirby started yesterday. E33 finished. You're kind of thriving. It sounds like you're thriving. Holy shit! Also, congratulations on the sleep cycle, because I know that you had been talking about how that was like not the easiest thing for you to be doing. It was not super easy for you to fix your sleep schedule. So I am proud of you. Well done. Congratulations. Also, which Kirby game? I am not entirely sure that I have ever played through like an actual Kirby game. The information that I know about Kirby mostly comes from Super Smash Bros. Melee specifically, and Kirby Air Ride, the GameCube version. Not the new Air Riders one. But I really don't know much about them, but Kirby is, for a very long time, Kirby was my main in Super Smash Bros. Melee. I had a very great time with them. I liked giving him a sword. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, it's so cute, it just feels good and solid. Oh, that's so fun! I feel like I've heard of that game, but I don't really know much about it. But I'm happy that you are enjoying it. It's always fun to find something that you just like click with and you have a good time with. Speaking of games that you click with, Trails in the Sky. Ha ha ha! Coffee, you're just in time, I just started the game! How are you? It's good to see you. I hope that you're having a wonderful Wednesday so far. How you doing? Wait. I'm trying to count the hour. It might be Thursday. It might be Thursday for you. If it is, happy Thursday. I was sniffing some Trails Gaming, and you were right. Look at this squad we've got here. We lost Olivier. Rip Olivier. I think that Mueller might actually kill him. But, like, we still got Zin, so I think we're doing pretty good. 2 a.m. Thursday. Well, happy Thursday to you, then. I hope that you had a wonderful day on Wednesday. Okay, so fun things happening. We are about to go to the castle. I'm trying to decide. I feel like today is going to be a lot of, like... I feel like today is going to be a lot of story, a lot of cutscenes. Which is just my thought. I don't know if I'm correct yet. It was sleeping. I do enjoy sleeping. That sounds great. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Hold on. I hope that you slept well to take a look-see here, and okay, so I've got... I might get another Mine 3. Because I have so much water sepith right now. Might as well. For now, you need to put some food. Yeah, absolutely. Make sure that you're getting your food. Haha. Thank you again for the hype train. That was so nice. Ew. Okay, where am I? Hold on. Am I went into the West Block! Hold on, y'all. I went to the wrong place. I got turned around. I need to go up here. It's time to go to the castle, where I'm sure that absolutely nothing will go wrong. Wait, hold on. I need to talk to Elnan first. I don't really care about, like, I need to talk to Elnan. I need to tell him that I won. He already heard, yay! I've already heard. Congratulations on your victory. Thank you, Elnan. I did it for you. Thanks, Elnan. Kurt tells me it was quite a sight to behold. It sure was, I guess. I don't think we'd be able to take him in another fight, though. Not easily, at any rate. Some say a victory is equal parts effort and luck, but it seems the two of you have discovered some secret third influence. The power of plot armor. With each passing day, one's skills are further honed. As time passes, you'll grow into that victory and realize you truly did earn it. You think so? Yay! I really like your pep talks. Well done in the arena, and good luck tonight at the victory banquet as well. Thanks, we'll need it. Bye, Elnan. Hehe. Okay. 12 minutes for Pizza Land? Ooh, pizza. What kind of pizza? Pizza sounds so good right now. Not gonna lie. Barbecue! That sounds amazing! Oh, are we going to the castle already? Just to remind you, since we're gonna be staying there after the party, we won't be able to leave until morning. Oh, is there something that I'm supposed to be doing for back? Am I supposed to be doing something else then? You're making me nervous. You're gonna make a bit of an experiment and add soja sauce to it. If you die, avenge you. Will do. I mean, I'm not sure who I would, like, commit revenge against, though. You'd be doing it to yourself, man. But, like, noted. I'll do my best. Okay, I think we're good, Zen. Just eat another pizza so it feels it? Okay, understood. That I can do. Yeah, let's go. Let's show the gatekeeper invitations then. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Probably because we don't get invitations to big events like this very often. Hey, this is the castle of Her Majesty the Queen. Unless you have official business here, you need to leave. Hey. Hi there. We're sorry about the other day. Oh, it's you two. You still staying in town? Yeah, we still have some business to take care of. We have a formal invitation, so by your leave, may we pass? A formal invitation? Received directly from His Grace. What? It's a giant! See, right here. Written invitation. Let's see. To Zen and his team, in appreciation for your performance in the competition, you're cordially invited to a dinner party. Oh, okay. You guys were in the martial arts competition. Right, and I heard the winning team was led by a huge Eastern guy. So is that you? You got it. We would greatly appreciate your help. Makes sense. The head maid told us you'd be coming. You're missing someone. What happened to him? Don't worry about him. He might be dead. But, like, I honestly think that he kind of, like, Mueller's justified. It's okay. The couple you think was doing tourism won a tournament. Of course they'll freak out. I know, right? We go up to him, we're just like, oh, we're just seeing the sights. Don't mind us. And then they come back 3 days later with Zin. This, like, he's got to be at least 6'6", is my thought. And he just walks up and is just like, by the way, yeah, our tourism, we just decided we wanted to enter the tournament, and when you know it, we won. Imagine having to say, Zen, you can't go. Kind of impolite, I know, but it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to make it. We're the only ones coming. Ah, well, that's a pity. No matter, please go on in. Thank you. Now entering, Zin and company, victors of the martial arts competition. Open the gate. We made it! We're finally gonna go get to talk to the queen. Maybe. Perhaps. Wow. It's like the Hawking Gate, but there's something more impressive about it being part of the castle. I bet it's more solid too, since it's the royal castle. Yeah, the double doors too. It's part of why it's impregnable. Okay, well, they said that the Leston Fortress was impregnable too, but we still got in there. Ever since the nation was established, no enemy has ever broken through the Annenberg Wall. The capital's been ravaged by war numerous times as a result of mutinies and insurrections amongst the nobles. But even then, the castle held the rebel army at bay and protected the royal families and the refugees. Oh, but that one only had one door? You're so right. It's the second door that's keeping them all out. You're so right. Thank you for the distinction. Or so the stories say. Wow, that's pretty neat. Very much the sort of tale one would expect from a nation with such history. Now, welcome to Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Go right on in. You'll be met by a welcoming party inside. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Wow. Oh, it's beautiful. Whoa. You can say that again. I've never seen anything that compares to this place. It's not just pretty, it's got history. I can really feel the traditions and rules of the old kingdom here. Laura, welcome in. How are you? I hope that you are having a wonderful Wednesday so far. How you doing? Welcome to Grancel Castle. You are Zen and his team, correct? Oh my god, it's Amalthea! Captain Amalthea! This isn't really unexpected, but even so. That's right, we come at the invitation of the good Duke. And, you are? Pardon me, I'm Captain Kanone Amalthea of the Intelligence Division, head of Grancel Castle's defense. I would like to extend my heartfelt congratulations for your championship victory. Watching the match was truly a spectacular experience. You're too kind, really. And may I say, I didn't know they made women as young and pretty as you into captains. You must do fine work. My, but you are the flatterer. But I'm not so young as your brace of friends. Estelle and Joshua Bright. It's been some time since the incident in his eyes, hasn't it? Yeah, I guess it has. Quite some time. Unfortunately, the matter concerning Professor Russell is yet to be resolved. It appears that he and his granddaughter were abducted by a group of nefarious individuals. Hear that, Agate? You're officially nefarious. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Oh, look at that side eye she's given us! I'm afraid not. We left that case up to the full-fledged bracers and came to Grancel. We never even heard the follow-up report on it. I see. That's truly a shame. She doesn't believe a word we're saying. Well, with the resources of the Intelligence Division, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are arrested. Have no fear on that score. What the hell's with her? Understood. We trust you to take care of the professor. Absolutely. Now we must show you to your rooms. Shay, if you would please do the honors. Yes, ma'am. See to their needs, but do not bore them with any idle chatter. Do I make myself clear? Damn, Amalthea told her to shut up. Yes, ma'am, I understand. Very good. Now everyone, I hope you enjoy your evening. For my part, I must bid you farewell. See ya, Amalthea. Zin, please! Zin, please! She's the right-hand lady of the person that we're gonna have to probably fight by the end of this game. Zin, please! And that is one fine woman. I hate to say this, Zin, but your taste in woman is crap. There's nothing fine about that fox-faced harpy. I think that might just be his favorite type of woman. Holy shit! I just tend to find that women like that turned out to be pretty good people once you peel back a few layers. So to speak. You're hopeless. Not that it matters, but you really do sound like a dirty old man sometimes. Oh, my honor. Someone had to say it to him, I know, right? Oh my god, Zin, that's what I'm saying, Laura. Like, Zin, come on, man. Sorry about that. You were supposed to show us to our room, right? Yes, please allow me. Pardon my not saying before, but I'm Shay, a maid here at the castle. I'll be at your service this evening from the dinner party until the morning. If anything is not to your satisfaction, please don't hesitate to let me know. Thank you very much. Will you please show us the room then? Certainly, it's on the second floor. Now, I think that we're supposed to find the head maid, if I'm remembering correctly. I think her name was Hilda. I remember that because whenever I hear the name Hilda, I think of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Hilda, my queen. Oh, wow! Get a load of that chandelier. Talk about classy. Hush, Estelle. What's that way? That's the throne room. Her Majesty uses it to receive personal guests. Okay, we're gonna file that away for later, Joshua. It hasn't seen much use in recent days, though. I see. But is the Queen's condition really that bad? Isn't the birthday celebration coming up soon? Oh no. It's just that it's the head maid who tends to her in the royal keep of late. I shouldn't speak on subjects about which I'm unfamiliar. Come then, shall we? Lead the way. This is the room where you'll be staying. Please go on in. Okay. Pardon us. Holy Stregus! I never imagined we'd ever stay in a place like this. Nice. This will make a good story for later. I believe there's still some time before the party. You're free to explore the castle, but the security areas are off limits. I ask that you refrain from entering those areas. Can you be a little more specific? Honestly, I'm glad that she's asking because I too would have been like, how am I supposed to know? Most significantly, the royal keep where the queen resides. I know, Strega? Where? It's a small palace of sorts built on the garden terrace on the roof. Garden terrace? That sounds nice. The terrace is where Her Majesty greets the people of Grancel from during the birthday festivities. So you cannot go to the royal keep itself, but you may visit the garden terrace if you like. As for the other restricted areas, there's the royal guard room and also the treasury, I believe. Okay, it makes sense that they wouldn't want us random people entering the treasury. I totally get that. The royal guard room. I guess they're still wanted for questioning about all that terrorist stuff. Yes, the intelligence division is currently occupying it. Entrance is restricted, so please abide by the rules. Understood. By the way, what are the others who were invited doing? They've already arrived. I imagine they're relaxing inside their respective rooms. All right. Samir Klaus is here too. Oh yes, he arrived some time ago. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be off. If you need anything else, please contact the first floor waiting room. I shake. Now then. Estelle and Joshua exchanged a look that went unnoticed by Zin, because he's still thinking about Amalthea. Hey Zin, we want to go and walk around the castle for a little bit. We'll be back in time for the party. Must be nice to be so young. I'm worn out after the tournament. No problem. Have fun. Me, I'm gonna kick back and relax in this oh-so-luxurious room. Okay, bye then. We need to get as much done as we can before the party starts. First, Julia told us that we have to talk to the head maid, Hilda. I'd like to say hello to the other invitees, too. We likely know most of them. Okay, so let's start there. Let's see if anyone's in here. Hello. Mayor Klaus! Estelle, Joshua, you made it! It's been quite a while. Oh, Dean Collins is here! I honestly forgot about him. Dean Collins? You were invited to the banquet as well, sir? I just arrived today via airship from Rouen. A little mayoral birdie told me you two won the tournament. We sure did! Thank you for the hydrate. Jill and everyone else will be so happy to hear it. Thank you. I had no idea we'd be seeing you here, Dean Collins. Dean Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly and a man of great respect in Liberl. It's only fitting he be given a seat at the banquet. Man of great respect, he says. You flatter me, Mayor. What's the Royal Assembly? It's a meeting held once per year to address matters affecting the kingdom. The Queen, mayors of every city, and other representatives all come together to try solving various problems of state. Oh my god, is your pizza here? Wow, sounds big. So all of those guys have been invited here tonight too? And I say only about half. Her Majesty is still ill, and General Morgan is away on official military business. Oh yeah, away. He's totally not being held captive in his own, army station. And Mayor Dalmore of Rouen was arrested in that nasty affair, and Professor Russell is a bit too entrenched in too many unknowns right now. We don't know how true all this talk is of the Royal Guardsmen being involved in some underground terrorist organization. It's hardly the time to be holding a feast at all, if you ask me. Well, we can use this chance to see where Duke Dunan stands on all these issues. We need his permission to have an audience with Her Majesty regardless. Yes, that's the biggest issue here without a doubt. Barring us from seeing Her Majesty is the height of idiocy and mismanagement. I would like to pay my respects to Princess Claudia as well, but it's the same story. Princess Claudia is the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she live here in the castle? No, it's my understanding that her actual residence is elsewhere, but I'm told she's come to the capital as of a few days ago. She's here then? I'd really love to meet her. I'm sure you'll have a chance. Goodbye. Oh yes, were you able to meet with Chloe? No, not yet. I'd heard you made some sort of promise to meet at the capital, but I wasn't sure if you'd actually done so. No, even the guild has yet to hear from her. But she should be at the capital by now, no? She should be. Still though, it bothers me. She probably just dropped by to check on the orphanage before setting off for the capital, but even so. Honestly, why would we be holding a banquet now under these circumstances? I can't fathom why the Duke would allow this. It's in poor taste at the least. Mayor Klaus, he's feeling some type of way about this. Okay. Anyone around here? Hello? What are those people at the Intelligence Division up to? Taking important documents without official permission. Okay, so... Oh, wait. And then that's our room. Yep, there's Ed. Okay, let's go over here. Mabel! Okay, sorry, one second. I'm getting a somewhat time-sensitive text. My apologies. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Mabel? And Lila. Joshua, Estelle. Here at last. Oh, I've missed her. Man, I really like Mabel. I do really like Mabel. I kept wondering when you'd get here. I was practically counting the seconds. You were invited here too, Mare? Hey, wait. You were waiting for us? How did you know we were coming? I heard from Mayor Klaus. I heard about a pair of children who entered the tournament, won its championships, and were invited to a grand royal banquet in the castle. If I'd known, I would have canceled my appointment and come to cheer you on. Oh, I love her. Begging your pardon, ma'am, but that would have been quite impossible given the circumstances. Lila, it's okay. It's the thought that counts. Yes, I'm aware. I'm trying to be polite. Don't worry. I know how busy you must be. I'm sure the Queen has no time to waste at the banquet, what with everything else going on. The wedding's due soon, I'm thinking. The captain was so stubborn about inviting me, too. I had no real choice but to accept. You mean Captain Amalthea? Yes, that's her. Her words were polite enough, but she gave me an evil eye when she spoke them. I dared not refuse her request. I haven't heard from General Morgan in quite some time. Wait, does that mean you haven't heard any word from the Hawken Gate? The General is unavailable is the longest message I've been able to wring from them. It would seem he's busy with these anti-terrorist countermeasures or what have you. I had hoped he'd be in attendance at the banquet tonight. But I guess he couldn't pull himself away. I know, kinda sus. They're holding him hostage at his own gates. What do you think about all of this, Mayor? Putting mayors from every city in the same place at a time like this. Well, if the Queen were to be in attendance, I would expect some announcement of no small importance. But as it is, this feels like the Duke has too much time on his greasy, chubby hands. He's letting this position of royal proxy go to his head. That sounds about right. But there might still be some kind of official announcement, don't you think? Well, whatever may come of the night, the Grand Chef here is the best in all the kingdom. I plan to enjoy the dinner, pay my respects to Her Majesty, and return to Beauce post-haste. Hey, bye, Mabel. I miss you already. Let's see who's in here. Nobody is in here. Okay, so maybe over here? Oh, hello. Estelle, Joshua, hey Murdoch, how you doing? Mr. Murdoch, I thought you might be here. With mayoral class individuals on the guest list, we had a feeling you might also be in attendance. I must say, I never expected you two to win a tournament championship and end up hobnobbing in Grancel Castle. Cassius is kids to the bone, you are. It took more than our upbringing to get here. Lots of people helped along the way. So it's been a few days. Have there been any developments? Right after you left for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division came knocking. She forced me to come to this banquet, but I kept my mouth shut about Leston Fortress. Maybe we shouldn't say that out loud in a building where we know that she is still here. The experiment was delicious. Glad to know that I won't have to avenge you. I'm glad that it worked out. Professor Russell and company are still on the run, too. Army hasn't found him yet. But the longer we keep this up, the less chance they have. It's really only a matter of time. I asked Captain Amalthea if I could see Her Majesty and wish her well, but no luck. I was flat out refused. In other words, we definitely aren't going to be able to do this the easy way. We sure aren't, but don't you worry, because we've totally got that covered. We will get the Professor's message to Her Majesty one way or another. Goodbye! Now who's over here? Nobody! With the size of that room, I think they could shout and people won't hear it. You know, you're probably right, but man, I do not want to take any chances. Hello? This is a place to talk. Please come right in. For drinks, we have anything you can think of, be it alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Okay. It's such a pretty room. Okay, I do think that we found the garden terrace, though. I do believe it's up here. Oh my god, this is so pretty. Wait. Also, a lot bigger than I expected. Holy shit. Wow, check that out. This must be the castle's garden terrace. I'd say so. You can see the whole lake from here, and it overlooks the town, too. Must be great for reconnaissance. Joshua, where's your sense of romance? This is beautiful! As nice as this is, we really don't have time to stop and enjoy it. We've got a job to do. Okay, but like, I do want to run around it a little bit. This is so pretty! Wow! What a beautiful area. Oh, and this is probably where she, where the queen will speak to the people during the birthday celebration. Okay, what's up here? Oh! This must be the royal keep. Okay, yeah, we're probably not gonna be able to go over there. Who are you? You two. We're here as guests of the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty lives? Of course it is. For the last few days, she hasn't been feeling so well. She's not seeing anyone right now. Oh, you've got it all wrong. We weren't even thinking of that. I just thought it would be amazing if she were to even take notice of us. Does Princess Claudia sleep here as well? No, it's just... Hey. The princess is focused on looking after Her Majesty. Neither of them has time to deal with the likes of you. Might I inquire as to what's going on here? Madam, we didn't know you were back already. Is this Hilda? The dinner party will be starting soon, so I will be returning to the maid quarters. Who are our guests? They're from the team that won the martial arts competition. It's only because of that victory that someone of a Bracer's social standing would ever be invited here. A Bracer's social standing? Such discourtesy! You would insult those who were personally invited to the royal castle. No, that's not what... Those invited by the Duke should be treated with all the respect due to those invited by Her Majesty. I sincerely hope you have not forgotten that. Understood. Wow, she's intense. I wonder who she is. I'm pretty sure that's Hilda. But madam, we can't just allow them to pass. Surely you understand the reasons that the Colonel laid out. Yes, and I'm quite tired of hearing them repeated to me. I'm terribly sorry, sir and madam. Security has been heightened, and as such, the royal keep and its surroundings are off limits. If I may ask, would you mind waiting in your room until the dinner party begins? All right. That's fine, we'll do as you ask. I apologize, we weren't trying to cause any trouble. Fine then, just don't let it happen again. Safe return to you! Oh, she's got them. I apologize that you were subjected to such dreadful behavior. My name is Hilda. I'm the head maid of Grancel Castle, and I oversee all of the housekeeping duties. Aha! We had a feeling. Forgive my rudeness, but are we previously acquainted? No! Well, someone told us about you. I know this handwriting. You see it? We also have our Bracer emblems and identification with us. I see. Please, come with me to the maid's sitting room. We can discuss the matter further once we're there. You got it, ma'am. I understand. You need to deliver Professor Russell's message to Her Majesty, correct? Right. If now's not a good time, we can try later, but... No, it's not an issue, but those special ops men have the Royal Keep under constant surveillance for some time now. Only the Duke, the Colonel, and hired attendants such as myself are allowed in. Which means that a private audience is probably a no-go. What do you think, Estelle? We could ask Hilda to relay the Professor's message to Her Majesty. No, I'd really rather speak to her face-to-face. There are just too many particulars we don't know that we'd really need to discuss directly. Like what Duke Doonan and Colonel Richard are after. Estelle and Joshua, I have a bit of an idea. Could I get you to return here once the dinner party is over? Why? Have you thought of a way for us to see Her Majesty? I believe I have. It may be difficult, but I think it's worth a try. I'm going to need some time to get ready, so can you come back after the dinner party? Awesome! Understood, we'll be back then. I'll be waiting. Food prep is done, so I think we'll be serving shortly. For now, it's probably best if you wait in your room. You got it. Ah, okay, so it's on the first floor. That's good to know. First floor, right side. Hey Zen, we totally did not do anything super sneaky on our way to... Yep, nothing sneaky happening here. Hey guys, talk about being late. The party's about to start, you know? Sorry, we got so caught up in sightseeing that we lost track of time. Plus, we also talked to all the mayors. Well, aren't we well connected? We are close friends with the Mayor of Roland. Plus, we've met the other mayors in the course of our travels. Oh, I see. I guess your work as bracers has caused you to meet quite a few big shots. You two sure get around for junior bracers. I know, sorry I'm late to the party. Like, guys, come on. Thank you for the hydrate coffee. Yeah, you might say that. Have you done any bracer assignments since we came to Grancel? I guess it's not all that different in other countries, right? Right. For a full-fledged bracer, nationality isn't an issue when it comes to your work. The prelim fights and legal procedures at the embassy kept me too busy to get any actual work done, though. Okay, so this means if nationality doesn't really matter for bracers, if nationality doesn't really matter for bracers, then what that's saying to me is that eventually, when we get to Crossbell and Eravonia and Calvard, we could totally see Estelle and Joshua and the other bracers there. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, it was a Xenoblade reference. I'm so sorry, Laura. That flew right over my head. Oh. You'd think that I'd get it. Man, fake Xenoblade fan. You'll be spamming them a bit today. You'll be spamming them a bit today since there's a lot of text. I know, and I was kind of expecting that. And I feel like today's a good day for that to happen because Wednesdays are my shorter streams. So having a lot of text, this is a good day for it to happen. Only for senior bracers though. We will totally be senior bracers by the end of the Sky trilogy. I have faith. Because I mean, we already have recommendations from 4 of the 5 places. We just need the one from Grancel. And then we'll be able to be senior bracers. So, you know, unless we monumentally screw up whatever's happening in Grancel, I think we've got it made. But hey, there are 4 other bracers on duty too, which isn't so bad. And you are at Grancel, and we are at Grancel, exactly! So unless we monumentally screw up fixing whatever Colonel Richard has done to the place, I think we've got it made. Normally that would be enough to handle most cases, I'd imagine. But with all of them concentrated in Grancel, that must make it tough to handle any cases in other regions. Yeah, it could be. I feel like a goose just walked over my grave. Estelle, what? I have never heard that phrase before. I wonder what's going on with Shara back in Roland. Now that name rings a bell. You wouldn't happen to be talking about Sherazard, would you? You know her? She's our mentor, and she's been a close friend for ages. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I met her a long time ago when a case brought her to Calvard. She was fortunate to have a good master working with her from such a young age. Cassius Bright? Her master? Yeah, probably Dad. Hi, Shay. Please pardon me. The table for the dinner party has been set. May I show you the way? Sure. I was getting bored with waiting anyhow. Alright, want to go and eat fancy? Sure, that fight left me starving. Let's go dig in. Come on, you two. It would be nice if you two didn't completely forget your table manners for once. Joshua, honey, that's a tall order. Let him enjoy it. This is a dinner party, right? What's with all the empty plates then? It's probably a multi-course meal, Estelle. Plenty of knives and forks, though. That's because it's a formal dinner. Everything comes out in a specific order, starting with the hors d'oeuvres. Then you use the knives and forks from the outside in. I love that Joshua knows all this shit. And that's all part of having good table manners? And here comes the anxiety attack. It's really not so bad. It does mean that you get to have some of the finest food available. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Indeed! I'm told that you're acquainted with everyone who will be attending. No need to get stressed out. Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, Estelle is just like, oh yeah, they all know me. We're fine. They all know me. And then he knows he has to tell Estelle he knows her very well. Please don't encourage her. On that note, is the gentleman accompanying you going to be okay with a knife and fork? Mabel, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Oh, okay. Okay. Still not a great comment, but like... Yeah, I totally thought that comment was about to go into left field. I'm really glad that... Okay, yeah, this is better than I thought what she was gonna say. You've done your research. However, I'm a firm believer in the win and liberal, do as the liberalians do policy. I'm not especially skilled with them, but I will use a knife and fork. My, how elegantly handled. I'm impressed. You're as much a gentleman as you are a martial arts champion. You have experience as a waitress, so you've learned about stuff like that in the past and have had to lay out all that cutlery. Really? Yeah, I don't have the first idea of, like, how to do that, honestly. Really, the most experience that I have with setting tables is, like, you know, setting my own growing up. But yeah, I don't really know much about, like, fancier dinners or, like, the way that tableware is supposed to be laid out. You flatter me. Boy, he really is a complete sucker for a pretty face. I think he's more being polite than alleged, though. Anyway, his grace is really late. I wonder what he's up to. Indeed. If the seat at the head of the table is for the Duke, then who might that other one be for? Well, there's a couple of options. One, they set a place for Olivier, even though he's not here. Another option is Colonel Richard's coming. Or Amalthea. You've only gone to 1 to 3 fancy places that demand that, and one was a wedding. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, things are a little bit fancier for a wedding. It's been a while, so you need a refresher on this stuff now, probably. I mean, that makes sense. Especially if you don't do it very often, then that's definitely something that I could see, like, forgetting a little bit. Perhaps it's intended for Princess Claudia. Your attentions, ladies and gentlemen. My humblest apologies for the long delay. Hey, Philip. Presenting His Grace the Duke. Ah! There we are. Well, then, I must apologize for making you wait so. I'm afraid I was in a meeting from which I simply could not break away. This gentleman is Colonel Richard, commanding officer of the Royal Intelligence Division. I've invited him here to thank him for his tireless efforts in helping to deal with the terrorist situation. Okay, so it is for Richard. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I was quite gratified to be invited to this occasion by your Honorable Duke. I ask that you pardon my uncouth soldier's uniform and allow me to sit with you. I know, talk about dining with the enemy. At least we have Zin as a buffer. It probably wouldn't end great if Estelle was sitting right next to him. So at least we have Zin as a buffer. You've gotta be kidding. We're having dinner with him? I suspect this might happen, but it's still unnerving. Oh, same with the fancy napkin folds. Oh yeah, I have no idea where to begin with those either. Excellent, excellent. What say you, Mayor Mabel? What do you think of Gransdale Castle's Master Chef? Is his cooking not on par with those found in Beau's Anteros restaurants? Yes, it's quite remarkable. The wine selection also perfectly complements the meal. I almost want to try hiring him away. You're not the first to say such things. And what of you? Zin, wasn't it? Is the food to your liking? Oh, it's excellent. I don't have the words to describe the sense of refinement and depth. I certainly believe I could develop a real taste for Liberalian cuisine, though. Good, I'm glad to hear it. And you, young bracers, I imagine you've never experienced such fine food in your life before. It's extremely delicious. Far more worthy of being associated with the royal family than the person who invited us. Indeed, it is a genuine treat. It's certainly delicious food. Yeah, cover that up, Joshua. Oh, Estelle. Oh, Estelle, honey. We couldn't miss a chance to attend so prestigious an event as this. Thank you very much for your gracious invitation. He definitely kicked her under the table for that. Very kind of you to say so. I do finally remember what my butler's been telling me about. We met before during the Rouen incident. Perhaps our fates are linked in some bizarre fashion. Yes, sir, maybe so. So he'd forgotten all about us until his butler reminded him. Come, let us put social classes and ranks aside for the evening. Food is abundant and the wine flows freely, so enjoy to your heart's content. Your Grace, if we could, I'd like to do as we discussed first. Ah, yes, that's a fine idea. Actually, I have something important to say to you fine folk who represent the kingdom. I use this celebration as the place to make an important announcement. An announcement? And what might that be? I believe I will allow Colonel Richard to explain in detail. Thank you. As you are no doubt already aware, Her Majesty has been in poor health of late. However, she has been recovering and may grace us with a public appearance soon. That's excellent news. Could we possibly go and check in on her? Unfortunately, she does not consider that to be a wise decision at the moment. Within a few days, it seems likely that the terrorists plaguing the kingdom will be swept away. In light of that, the Queen's birthday celebrations will be held as originally planned. Well, the citizens will surely be happy to hear this news, as they have been looking forward to it. But surely that is not all you wish to tell us. Right, if that was all, you could have just sent along a message. Indeed, you are correct. Her Majesty is continuing to recover, as was previously stated. However, given the gravity of her condition, she has also issued a proclamation. Due to her tenuous health, she has stated that she wishes to abdicate the throne and turn over royal authority to her nephew, Duke Bunin. For real? That's not suspicious at all. What? Is this true? Joshua, this is... Yeah, the conspiracy finally makes an appearance. I was surprised when Her Majesty first broached the subject as well, but her illness has left her quite frail. But it is only natural. She has ruled the kingdom for 40 years, leading it through times of strife and war, all without a husband, might I add. Given that, I wish to relieve her of the stress of her duties following the festival's successful conclusion. Yeah, really not official dinner to say that. Yeah. They're just throwing that out there. As the heir to the throne, the decisions are mine to make. How terrible is Her Majesty's condition, truly that severe? I'm ashamed that I've never noticed any signs in any of my annual visits. Isn't this far too serious a matter to discuss at what is supposedly a casual dinner? Pardon my rudeness, but this all seems to stretch credulity. Mare Maybelle, are you saying you cannot take his grace at his word? No, nothing of the sort. I simply mean that as an elected official, I don't understand why the successor to the throne can't be elected in the same fashion. That's true. If possible, I'd like to hear this directly from Her Majesty. Your unease is quite understandable, but we do ask that you try to maintain your composure and allow us to continue. As mentioned earlier, I believe Her Majesty will give a formal announcement herself during the festival. Could you be persuaded to shelve your doubts until then? Well, the issue is basically this. Once this becomes common knowledge, we cannot know how the citizens will react. I know, democracy. Mare Maybelle is out here championing democracy for the people. We love her. This is why we're telling the leaders first, to help stave off any chaos or public disorder before it happens. This was also the decision of His Grace. Well, yes, this is true. Also, the Queen's abdication of the throne will have international repercussions. The other nations on the continent will have their eyes on us, and we must be watchful for any action on the part of the Erebonians. Surely you can see why it is necessary to show unified support for the new king. This is the world in which we are going to be living. He makes it all sound so rational. Yeah, he's quite the master manipulator. In other words, the official decree will be given during the birthday celebrations, but you thought it would be best to inform us first so we can be prepared for any issues that may arise, correct? I'm glad to see we have an understanding. If this all comes to pass, we're going to find ourselves quite busy. Yes, and we'll have to announce it to the citizens. I have a question. I believe that the Duke has a fair claim to the throne. However, is there not another who also has the same right of succession? Yeah, what about Princess Claudia? No doubt you're referring to Her Majesty's granddaughter, Princess Claudia. However, Colonel Richard has been looking for a husband for her so that she can be out of the picture, so that really the only person who can go to the throne is the Duke, who will be easily controlled by Colonel Richard. Therefore, Colonel Richard will be in charge of the country. It is true that she and His Grace have an equal claim to the throne, but it would appear that Her Majesty did not choose her due to her tender age. And I must say I agree with her wisdom in this matter. I should hardly like to impose such responsibility upon a girl so young. Yes, absolutely. For the time being, I believe it would be best for Claudia to find a fine marriage prospect. Though it is strictly informal, there is already interest from the royal families of a number of other nations. Perhaps a royal wedding could take place as soon as this year. The fact that they say she isn't married, so better not put her in as queen as Tracia. Yeah. Well, that, but also I feel like they're trying to marry her off to someone so that they can ship her out of the country. Like, if she married someone in Erebonia, then they would have to ship her off to Erebonia, and then she couldn't be the queen of Liberl. So I think that's why they're trying to get her married off, so that she is shipped off to another country. I understand. If that happens, we'll have 2 major events to celebrate. I honestly think she's a bit young for marriage. Mary Claus, you're so based for that. Or someone they can control, yeah. Excuse me, may I ask a question? Zen? I don't mind, speak freely. Sorry to seem rude, but this doesn't seem like the kind of conversation you'd want outsiders hearing. Honestly, like, I was thinking the same thing, Zen. I was just like, why are they letting Zen listen to this? And Estelle and Joshua, honestly. Particularly a foreigner. How come you're making the announcement now? It is solely because of the serendipitous turn of events that allowed Bracers to win the championship. We had wanted to inform the guild of this in advance as well. I've already discussed the idea with Her Majesty. Gotcha. I guess Liberl's military and Bracers are on just as good of terms as the stories say. This is because we lack the military strength of the Empire or the Republic. The harsh reality is that keeping close relations with each other is a must. In any event, do you now understand our intentions? Yeah, alright. We'll pass on what we've learned here to the guild then. Man, I've heard some pretty unbelievable conversations in my time, but that was something else. I mean, I'm a foreigner after all, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I bet that was huge news for you guys, though. Of course it was. I can't believe things have gone this far already. Huh? Never mind. But really, what a shame. The food was so amazing, and it practically melted in the mouth. Couldn't tell what the last flavor was, though. Understandable enough. But anyway, did you want to go for a walk to work off some of that rich food and stuff? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I could go for a little bit of fresh air. You just played tourist a little while ago, and now you want to take an after-dinner walk? I sure don't get it. Must be a local thing. Don't worry about it, Zen. I think you're exaggerating a little bit. You haven't gone out to take in the sights? There is a lot of historic architecture around here, you know. If the mood hits me, I may still give it a shot. On the other hand, the kitchen may still have some food left over. You've gotta be kidding me! Are you still hungry? If you had a blade in my throat, my dying wish would be for some liquor and a snack. I might go and hunt up a bar or something in a little bit. Yeah, okay. Sure thing, Zen. Not like they're planning anything shady. Of course not, perish the thought. Things have gotten serious. We have got to find a way to get in to see Her Majesty. First things first. We go talk to the head maid Hilda like we promised. She probably knows a way for us to speak directly to the Queen. Fine by me. Hello! The Colonel's points are all very logical and rational, but I believe it would be best to get the particulars from Her Majesty and Her Highness the Princess directly. So true! Hey Ma'am Raybell, what are you thinking about all this? What a shock this banquet has been. Duke Dunan as the official successor to the throne. If anything could bring on a migraine, it's that. So true, girlie. I can't believe the Queen's so worried she's considering abdication. And Princess Claudia choosing a husband at her age. Events are unfolding so quickly I hardly have time to react. So true, bestie. Oh, it's you. Oh, hi, Colonel Richard. Hello. Estelle and Joshua, this is our first opportunity to truly speak face to face, I believe. The last time we saw one another was right after Mayor Dalmore was arrested, wasn't it? I'm honestly surprised you remember us. I realize we exchanged few words, but you made quite an impression on me. My curiosity was piqued, so I did a bit of checking up on you. I was quite surprised to learn that you were the children of Colonel Cassius. How do you find that out? Please understand, I'm not trying to show off the Intelligence Division's capabilities. I'm greatly indebted to him from our time together in the Army. Indeed, more than words can properly express. Might I persuade you to stay a while and talk? I've been hoping to speak with you two for quite some time now. Joshua, take this one! Pardon me, Colonel, but don't you have a meeting with His Grace? I don't mind being a bit late. Yes, if we're going to talk, why don't we use the lounge inside? I'll mix you up a couple of virgin cocktails. I'll prepare them, sir. No, that won't be necessary. I want you to go to His Grace and inform him that I'll be delayed. Yes, sir. Oh, she's so mad. Pardon me, then. If looks could kill, we would be dead. Now then, shall we retire to the lounge? Please follow me. Joshua, what should we do? I don't see where we have much choice but to follow him. We'll be a little late, but we can talk to the head maid later. Yeah, okay. I met Cassius shortly after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to a mobile unit that was under his command. And since that time, I have found myself in his debt again and again, both personally and professionally. He did? And what did you think of him at the time? To put it simply, he was a hero. And a master swordsman to boot. No matter the scenario, he could find a way to handle any number of battlefronts in every direction. It wasn't just a matter of sheer tactics, he understood and could direct high-level strategy as well. Quite simply, he was a man without fear. If I didn't know better, I'd say we were talking about two completely different people. She's so funny. So you were with our father during the 100 Days War? Yes, he was my CO. Even now, I can still vividly remember the excitement that filled me as we executed his plan that turned the war's tide. I know, literally everyone is just like, Cassius is a god. He is a god amongst men. There will never be another one who will do it like Cassius. And Estelle is just like, that's just my father. Like, what are we talking about? Also, ads are about to run, so I'm going to let him run real quick, and then we'll be right back. So 1 second. back from ads. Thank you for your patience if you had to deal with them. I do really appreciate it. Okay, back to Colonel Richard monologuing about Cassius Bright. Thank you for the hydrate coffee. Anytime I get to talking about those days, time just runs away with me. Thank you for the welcome back, Laura. With this much I can tell you. If Cassius Bright had not been part of the Royal Army, Libero would now be part of the Arbonian Empire. You don't get ads. That's true. That's true. You're subbed so you do not get ads. But thank you for waiting anyway. No way. That's kind of hard to believe. Well, as a hero, he had a knack for doing unbelievable things. He left the army immediately after the war, declining even a medal from the Queen, so few know of his achievements. But inside the army, many soldiers still hold him up as the prime example of what a hero should be. You never said one word about any of this to me. Well, maybe something happened in the war where he, that really fucked him up over it. Maybe something happened and he didn't want to talk about it. It's not really the kind of thing you tell your daughter about. It's not fair to criticize him for that. Whose side are you on? And besides, why doesn't any of this shock you like it shocks me? Well, probably because of how they met. I mean, we don't really know how Cassius and Joshua met, but he probably knew about Cassius because of how he met Cassius. Did you already know about all this or something? He lost his wife because he was away from home. Well, yeah. There's that. But I don't know. I feel like maybe something happened with the army, while he was fighting. I feel like that's part of it. But I don't know if I believe that that's all of it. I didn't know that he was Colonel Richard's superior officer. The rest I knew about vaguely. Vaguely? You're an accomplice? Hey, calm down. It's not like he told me any of it, I just figured a lot of it out. He told me he didn't feel it was something worth going out of his way to tell others about. I just don't get it. When he comes back, he is so in trouble. Please excuse us, we didn't mean to interrupt. No, seeing you like this is actually a bit of a relief. When I found out that your father was intending to leave the military, I desperately tried to stop him. But it seems that by leaving, he did what was best for himself after all. After losing his dear wife, maybe being with you was all that could help him recover. Colonel Richard! Now then, I thank you for taking the time to come here. I really can't keep the Duke waiting, so I'm afraid you'll have to excuse me. Oh, all right. Our apologies for making you so late. Not at all. You both have told me the one thing I wanted most to know, and thus I have no regrets. Huh? How's that again? I'm sure we'll have a chance to speak again soon. He is so... him just being all mysterious and vague. Cassius might even be with us then to share in the stories. Okay, who was that man and what has he done with Colonel Richard? What are you babbling about now? It's just that it's weird to hear him talking about Dad that way. I wasn't expecting him to be so, nice. True, he doesn't seem all that villainous anyway. Even so, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's got something up his sleeve. For now, we should probably put the issue of Dad aside. Yeah, I guess you're right. I hate to say it, but I think he might have been playing nice just because he could get something out of it. He's an intelligence officer, so he probably thinks that fooling a couple of kids is as easy as could be. Don't you think that's going a little too far? No, I think Joshua's got the right of it. You may be right. Let me be the one who's mistrustful of others. You should just follow your instincts and believe whatever you think is right. Huh? But just make sure you're prepared for anything. Don't let your guard down. Oh my god, Joshua just being like... Joshua wanting to protect Estelle's optimism and her trust in others and being like, let me be the one who's super careful. Let me be the one who doesn't trust people. Let me be the one who's always on the lookout for someone who's gonna stab us in the back so that you can be the one who is like trusting and smiling and optimistic and like he wants to take that upon himself because he loves who Estelle is and he doesn't want her to have to change that for anything. I love them so much. I know Joshua's always cunning, but still the narrative to make villainous characters don't look so bad. Yeah, it is kind of nice though in a way, because as much as he was probably using that conversation to try to get something out of Joshua and Estelle, I really do get the idea that Colonel Richard does genuinely look up to Cassius, and that was not like a lie or a fabrication on his part. And so it was kind of nice to see that like more human element to Colonel Richard and see like, you know, there is someone that he does actually look up to. I'd say a bracer's job is pretty much that, in fact. Okay, I got it. I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, Estelle. Thank you? What the heck are you thanking me for? Anyway, we need to go back and see Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us. Yeah, she should be in the maid quarters. And he literally laughs and enjoys about being with them. Exactly, yeah. And I mean, like, who knows how much of that was a ploy and how much of it was real, but I feel like not all of it was, I feel like not all of it was an act. Hilda, sorry we're late. There you are, I've been waiting for you. You're awfully late, aren't you? Sorry about that. We kinda got caught by Colonel Richard. Did you now? He had some things to tell us about our dad. I don't think he has any idea what we're up to, though. I see. Oh yes, the letter of introduction did mention you were Mr. Cassius's children. I can understand at least some of how Colonel Richard feels. Oh, do you know our dad too? He used to come here when he worked as General Morgan's, aide-de-camp? Aide-de-camp. I'm told that he was a school friend of the late Princess, Her Majesty's son. Late Prince? Princess Claudia's father. Yes, he was killed 15 years ago in a tragic shipwreck. Would that he were still alive today, none of this would be happening. Huh? But lamenting what might have been is a fool's errand. Evening is fast approaching. We must make our preparations at once. Come on in, Shay. Hi, Shay. Oh, hey, aren't you... Shay, right? Yes, thank you for remembering. You look well, Estelle, Joshua. It's been like 20 minutes since you've seen us, but okay. I've been told of your current predicament. You won't find a more dependable child. She's a great help to us whenever the princess is in the castle. Princess Claudia. That shouldn't pose a problem. Thank you. If you're ready, you should go change into your uniform. No way! Are we doing this to Joshua again? Are we doing this to Joshua again? No way. Oh my god, we're doing this to Joshua again. Twice in one game, man. The ribbons and the headpiece are tricky, so I'll adjust them for you. What? What do you mean? Joshua is the dressing doll of this game, no kidding. Oh my god, Joshua. Oh, he's going through it all the time. Estelle is going to need to dress as one of the maids in order to get into the royal keep. A little playing with the hair and you'll blend right in. Oh, I get it. Uniforms don't allow for much in the way of personalization. That should be ideal for sneaking in. Huh, me in a maid's outfit. I've been wanting to try one on since we first met Layla. Cute, breezy, and easy to move in. Well, if our uniforms weren't easy to move in, they'd make cleaning much more difficult. I thought so. Well, let's get this sucker on me. Why so excited? I'm glad you're in high spirits, but you need to remember your manners in front of the queen. You won't have me to lean on this time. Oh, just you wait, buddy. I feel like we probably will. The most girly talk Estelle has done. So true. Well, I mean, she did say, like, at the very, very, very beginning of the game that she does like pretty things. They just get dirty. So she doesn't really wear them that much. You're changing too, aren't you? Pardon? I mean, he did play the princess during the play at the campus festival. Is there really that much of a difference between the fancy dress and a maid outfit? That's different. It was a play. You can't appear before Her Majesty in women's clothes. But you'll be fine. It's not at all shameful or anything. Besides, you made such a gorgeous princess. Estelle out here being like, Joshua was the prettiest princess at the party, and I want to relive it. Not this again. Cut the jokes, will you? Hilda, Shay, help me out here. Say something. Oh, they're totally gonna be with Estelle on this. Anyone? I see. That shouldn't pose a problem. Shay, don't you have that extra headpiece designed for the princess? Yes, it's never been used, though. He has that full dark hair, so it would probably look good on him. Hey, hold on a second. Well, it looks like a 3-to-1 vote. Majority rules. This way, please. We can use this as a changing room. Wait a minute, I don't remember ever agreeing to changing. Oh, poor Joshua. Alright, alright. If I have to change, I can do it myself. Shay, you're not planning on using makeup too, are you? Kids these days. Oh, poor Joshua. Oh my god, Estelle looks so cute! Oh my. Ta-da! What do you think? I think it suits her very well. Thank you for the hydrating. Such a bright, active maid in training. And after only just coming to the castle too, you certainly have me convinced. And with the hair down like that, no one will be any the wiser. Perhaps you'd like to work at Grancel Castle for real when this is all settled. I know, being able to keep the outfits would be so cool. Well, we already work as racers, so, anyway. Come on, Joshua, get out here. No chance I can talk you out of this? Not at all. You're just making this take longer. Fine. You're impossible sometimes. He is once again the prettiest princess at the party. Oh, the sparkles! The Olivier sparkles and everything! It's almost frightening how good that looks. Isn't it awesome? It looks even better on him than it does on me, and I'm an actual girl. A bit of makeup can make all the difference in the world. Please, just say you're done. I suppose so. I'll show you the way to the royal keep. You need to make certain you watch me and learn how to maid handles herself. Yes, ma'am. We're finally going to meet the queen in person. Yeah, once again, Joshua pulls that off so well. Like, sometimes Joshua just looks good in anything. What can we say? Yes, this is the do or die moment. You just have to stay focused and get to the royal keep. It's hard to take you seriously in that outfit. Estelle, you're the one who suggested it. Do not make him feel worse about this. Oh, excuse me. This was your idea. I can't believe you've got the nerve to pick on... Sorry, don't get all mad. I'll treat you to some ice cream later, okay? I'm not like you. I'm not obsessed with food. I'm not obsessed with food? They get along so well, don't they? We're out of time. Let's go to the royal keep. Let's get to it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Very fun. Okay, let's go. To the keep! I know, Estelle does look so good without the tails. Like, she looks amazing all the time, honestly, but I love her hair down. Hilda, what business do you have with Her Majesty at this hour? I'm bringing some tea and spoons at her request. The current situation means that Her Majesty is denied the right to even go about her daily life as she wishes, after all. Such harsh words. Who are the maids with you? I don't recognize them. His Grace ordered me to hire on some additional staff to help. They've only just arrived at the castle today. Really now? They're pretty cute. Thank you. About. Why do I get the feeling we've met before? Do you stare so hard at every young lady you see? I do hope you're not thinking any untoward thoughts. I rather think His Grace and the Colonel would disapprove. Hey, it's not like that. We're the elite of the royal army. We wouldn't do that. All's well then. Now will you please allow us to pass? Pardon us, ladies. I can't wait to play the remake and see this. I know. There are quite a few scenes that, I mean, I love literally everything about the OG. there are a lot of scenes that I would be really excited to see in the remake, and this is definitely one of them. Please go ahead. That was intense. Thanks, Hilda. You're a real lifesaver. Yeah, that was really well done. I'm just glad I could help. Now then, are you planning to change your clothes before going to see Her Majesty? If you'd prefer, I can just show you the way now. I think I'm okay as is. Joshua will want to change. You're a lifesaver. I know, poor Joshua. We make him go through so much shit. Well, for the love of... Why are you always so self-conscious? What was wrong with what you had on? It's not an issue of self-consciousness. By the way, Hilda, is this room what I think it is? Yes, it's Princess Claudia's bedroom. But she rarely sleeps in the castle, so the room is all but unused. Huh, no kidding. But dresses are comfy, guys just don't get it. You know what? That is very true. Like, dresses are really comfortable. I do like them. I heard that the princess was tending to the queen. I guess that's just gossip then? You'd have to ask Her Majesty for the full details. Oh! I get it. I get it. I get it. I should have put this together so long ago. I should have put this together so long ago and I didn't. Like, wow. I get it now. It's because we don't have any confirmation that Chloe is Claudia, but like, Chloe's totally Claudia. But that's how Colonel Richard is controlling the queen. He's holding Chloe hostage. That's... Don't know why it took me that long to put that together, but like, okay, we got there in the end. Her room is on the second floor at the Royal Keep. I'll take you there. Hello, ma'am. I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I've brought the two I spoke of before. This is Joshua and Estelle. Thank you kindly. By all means, enter. Keep thinking I'm gonna enjoy the truth reveal later. Yeah, I mean, whatever happens, like, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a doozy. I'll wait for you here. You two go on in. Right. Pardon us. Oh! Hello, ma'am. I bid you welcome. My name is Alicia von Osleys. I'm the 26th monarch of the nation of Libera. I'm Estelle Bright. I'm a junior bracer of the Bracer Guild. And I'm Joshua Bright of the same affiliation. I know, she looks pretty healthy to me. It's a great honor to meet you, Your Majesty. Estelle and Joshua, I've truly been looking forward to meeting you both. I regret that I cannot offer you proper hospitality, but I have prepared some tea. Please, have some and relax. I see. So Professor Russell asked you to bring this information. Pitch-black orbment capable of negating all other orbital energies. And you say that the Colonel has acquired it. The Professor told us that you might have some idea what he intends to do with it, Your Majesty. Can you tell us anything? I have but a vague idea, but I did not think that the Colonel even knew of it. Perhaps I'm worrying about nothing, but even so. Excuse me, but what is this vague idea you have? I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Roughly 10 years ago, a massive orbital reaction was detected beneath Grancel. Professor Russell was the individual who came to investigate. Did this happen in the vicinity of the sewers? No, far deeper underground than that, in fact. Professor Russell was under the impression that it might be a relic of the ancients that still function. Wow! So it was a bona fide artifact, then. Most artifacts I know of have lost their function like the mechanisms on top of the towers. But every now and then you find one that still functions, like Mayor Dalmore's family heirloom. And something like that is beneath Grancel. So what does that tell us about the Gospel? Maybe it could be used to halt the artifact's functions? Could it do that? Yes. However, we were unable to establish the nature of the artifact, or indeed why it was buried beneath the city. But it is beyond my imaginings how the Colonel could know of its existence. Professor Russell's research on it was kept strictly confidential and off the record. I mean, he is in charge of the intelligence division, though, so I mean, if anyone were to be able to figure it out, I feel like it would be him. In any event, it seems likely the trouble is on the way. Honestly, just as I start to think maybe the Colonel was maybe a slightly nicer guy than we were giving him credit for, when someone's trying to stir up some trouble, that's when us bracers come in. We won't let him get away with whatever evil scheme he's trying to pull off. I'd expect no less from Cassius's daughter. Okay, but like, we still don't really know much about what his actual scheme is. Like, what is the artifact? What does it do? What is he trying to do here? Don't answer any of that, obviously, but like, we still know so little about like his end game here. You're acquainted with our father, Your Majesty. I feel like we could have guessed that. He refused a medal from the Queen. So yeah, she would at least know about him. He was a friend of my late son's and a great savior to the nation. And yeah, we knew that he was friends with his son too. So like, why wouldn't she? It would be weirder if she didn't know him. Even after he retired from the army, he would sometimes undertake quests for me. Really? I didn't know that. Intelligence Division are good at hiding their strategy. I mean, they've got to be. I imagine that there are a great many things about him that you do not know, including the precise role he played in the war 10 years ago. I assume you've not been told? Well, nothing super detailed. Perhaps then that is the role that I meant to play. Honestly, who isn't acquainted with Cassie at this point? Laura, I think that's actually the better question. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. And at some point, Estella's gonna have to stop being surprised that people know her dad. Like, every single time that we bring up Cassius and they're just like, oh my god, the man, the myth, the legend, she's always so surprised. Eventually, she's gonna have to realize that people know her dad and he's famous. Estelle and Joshua, will you indulge me by listening to an old story? Yes, absolutely. It is no indulgence, Your Majesty. 10 years ago in the spring, a tragedy occurred in the southern reaches of the Arbonian Empire. Its cause is yet unknown, so that is something I must admit. I'm starting to think Chess and Liberal talk because Cassius placed them there. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Cassius is the reason behind literally everything. The Empire used that event as a pretext for their invasion of Liberal. So began the sad times that would become known as the 100 Days' War. Just as the Empire made its declaration of war, a massive military force breached the Hakken Gate. In what seemed like scant moments, all of Liberl became occupied territory save for Grancel. It is said that the invasion force was 3 times the size of the entire royal army. The reinforcements from Calvard were too late to stop their advance. It was but a matter of time before Grancel too would fall. But 2 months after the outbreak of hostilities, the war changed in a way that none could have imagined. Patrol airships had just been developed and were used to recapture Liberl's checkpoints, severing the Imperial Army's communications. The Royal Army then set about recapturing the major regions one by one using ships launched from Leston Fortress. Zeiss, Rouen, Beauce, Roland. With their supply lines severed, the Arbonian forces occupying each region were swiftly crushed. Papa! And there's also Colonel Richard and the other guy who hates us. And the one behind this plan for a counteroffensive was none other than the Colonel Cassius Bright. It was your father, General Morgan, that was his name. It was General Morgan's right-hand man at the time, as well as Colonel Richard's superior officer. Yeah, not Freeman. Afterward, with the intercession of the Bracer Guild and the Septian Church, the war was brought to an end. But it was at this time that Cassius lost what he treasured most in all the world. Oh my god! We actually see her! We're seeing the mother! Lena, your mother, Estelle. The clock tower was destroyed in the Imperial Army's vain attempts to hold back the counteroffensive. What followed, I'm sure you know. I mean, yeah, if anyone would know, that is Estelle would. Cassius was not even able to be by his wife's side in her final moments. I know, one of the few times you actually see her. No, I had no idea. And he believed that the military operation that he himself had planned effectively caused her death. Okay, there it is. There's the other piece of it. It wasn't just that he wasn't there. It's that he feels like he caused it. There's the other piece. Okay. Blaming himself, he left the military and took up the path of a bracer. All to stay with the one he had left behind. You. And this time he swore he would be able to protect those he loved. God, that idiot! It wasn't his fault that Mom died. How could he even think that? Estelle. Yes, you are correct. Given that all he lost was in service to his country, the responsibility falls upon me. He left the military and his sword. So true. Because then he uses a staff, and then that's what he taught Estelle to use. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Okay, there we go. So I'm sorry, Estelle. I failed to protect your mother. Girl, it wasn't your fault either! I've wished to apologize to you for a long time. For someone with the highest level of swordsmanship that anyone can get to change weapons, I know he really blamed himself. But you don't need to apologize. You've protected the peace of this country ever since the war ended. The peace that Dad and all the other soldiers who defended Liberl in the war fought so hard to protect. And the peace that Mom gave her life for so I could live in it. You have nothing to be sorry for. Estelle, you have a kind heart and I'm grateful. It gladdens my heart to have finally met you in person. Now more than ever. Your Majesty. However, that is why. That is why I do not wish you to put yourself in danger. Too late, lady! We're in it. I would like for you to remove yourself from the dealings with this matter. And we're not doing that. What? But Julia, Lieutenant Schwartz asked us to help you. I thank you. I'm grateful for your willingness to do so. But if some tragedy were to befall you in Cassius's absence, I know of no apology that could ever suffice. I ask only that you go back to your home in Roland and wait for your father to return. We're not doing that! If I may, Your Majesty, the peace that Dad restored and that you protect, though it has held firm, now trembles like a leaf in the breeze. Joshua. If the Colonel is able to use the gospel for whatever purpose he intends, and if he succeeds in making the Duke the new King of Liberl, then what will become of that peace? I ask only that you consider that. Yeah, the Queen's like, don't put yourself in danger, and Estelle and Joshua are like, which direction is the danger in, by the way? That way? Okay. Let's go. Your Majesty, right when we became junior bracers, we inherited a whole lot of work from Dad. After the Sky Bandit incident, we got that letter in the package, and we've been running all around creation ever since. It feels to us like our dad's been nudging us in the back this whole time. That's why I want to defend peace, so that everyone we've met and everyone we care about can go on living secure and happy lives. Just like you, and just like Mom and Dad, I'm doing this because it's what I believe is right, and I really want to see it through. Estelle, it seems she was right about you. Are we talking about Chloe? Huh? I too am ready. I would like for the two of you to carry my request to the Bracer Guild. Your Majesty! My liege will do whatever you ask. No, Warren, you're so right. When they first said it was called the Gospel, I was just like, what kind of religious, like, the undertones is this about to have? I felt the same way. My request is for the Bracer Guild to rescue those being held captive by the Intelligence Division. Among them is my granddaughter, Claudia. Aha! So the princess is being held captive somewhere. Yes. This coup d'etat started when I backed her as the successor to the throne. In other words, Duke Dunan was out of the running. Yes, though he is my nephew, he is possessed of a considerable number of character flaws. In brief, where he is lacking, my granddaughter shines. For the sake of this nation's future, I would have my granddaughter succeed me. Well, I don't actually know her. Well, you do. But I personally lean towards the idea that your judgment should really be trusted here. No matter the era, there will always be those who object strongly to a woman wielding political power. Not to mention the memory of the invasion by a larger power is still relatively fresh. Some of them will perceive a succession of 2 consecutive queens to be a sign of weakness. But not me! Speak your truth, Queen Alicia. You've got this. To the Cassius Church. You know what? I would believe it. I would believe it. It's hardly surprising that such a notion has taken root in the minds of some. Some, including Colonel Richard, I presume. Quite right. Claudia's pending succession to the throne caught him quite unawares. That, along with the passing of this information to the Duke, is what led to this coup. So Richard's a misogynist! Damn it! Richard, come on! This was all staged so that Liberl would become a strong military power, with the Colonel ruling from the shadows. I see. That finally lets us see the whole picture. Well, not really. We still don't know what he wants to do with this artifact thing. Richard thinks Claudia isn't prepared. Maybe it's partial misogyny. Maybe it's partially Richard just feels like he can do better, and he would feel like he could do better no matter who it was. So if Liberl became a militarized country, what would happen then? A great many things. Taxes would be levied to fill the war chest. Horrible weaponry would be developed with the express intent of causing havoc on a massive scale. A wide-ranging policy of conscription would be adopted, and no doubt contracting Jaeger Corps would be made legal, which is not the case at present. Oh no. And yeah, I mean, like, the Duke being easy to manipulate, and the second has a bigger chance. Yeah. The Colonel has made very adamant requests that I enact such policies. I thought such proposals were born of genuine love for his country, but I never agreed that they were the right course of action to take. The Royal Army is not all that protects this land. We have worked hard to maintain treaties with the other countries. Defending a nation goes hand in hand with the free cultural exchange and trade with all of the nations to the benefit of all. I feel the same way, Your Majesty. Yeah, it makes sense to me. The Colonel, however, finds such notions to be womanly and foolishly idealistic. Womanly? Okay, misogyny is back on the table, lads. So he demanded that I abdicate the throne in exchange for Claudia's safe return. Many people have had family members taken to ensure that they would not dare oppose the Colonel. But I am the Queen, and I will not allow all that I love about my country to be destroyed simply because of blood ties. Still, she's my only granddaughter. I cannot simply allow her to die. No, nor should you. It's okay, I'll go save her. Your Majesty, please try to relax. I hear and comply with your request. Straight up misogynist. I know, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and make him just think, like, gender isn't what matters. He just thinks that he could do better. But no. Calling it womanly, like, no. Richard, shut up. We'll see to it that the princess is rescued from those who have imprisoned her. Thank you, both of you. With that reassurance, I will do all I can to oppose the Colonel's demands. Have you any other requests, Your Majesty? The gospel still has to be dealt with, and I don't think we should just leave you here. I appreciate your sentiment, Estelle, but the present state of affairs is not contingent upon my freedom or imprisonment. The gospel shall continue to weigh heavily on my mind for a great many reasons. We'll slap. I'm ready. I'm ready to just like shove him out a window until he learns to respect women. For my part, I will attempt to ascertain the Colonel's true intentions with it. Wow, what a totally awesome person. Super nice, but with a seriously strong will. I hope I'm even 1/10 that cool when I get old. Cool. Did you actually just call the Queen that? Yeah, she is cool, Joshua. Still, she definitely had what it takes to govern a whole country. Yeah, I really want to stop this coup thingy and help her. It's definitely outside of Bracer jurisdiction. Well, first things first, we'll do whatever we can. I know, Joshua's back in the maid outfit. Gotta give us one last sight of it for the road before he changes back into his normal clothes for good. But you know, I'm still freaking out about what the Queen told us about Dad. I wonder if she's got any more tidbits she'd be willing to share. Estelle and Joshua. I know, they're both so cute! Have you finished changing? Oh yeah! Then we should return to the waiting room at once. It's already after 11 o'clock. Actually, it's already almost midnight. Whoa, is it really that late? The Queen spoke with us for a long time. If we stay any longer, it's apt to make the guards suspicious. Okay, let's go! Are you going home for the day, Miss Hilda? I believe so. Just be sure not to do Her Majesty any further discourtesy. That's not fair. But please relax. We're patriots to the core. That's good to hear. Now I believe that we shall be on our way. Pardon me. By your leave. By the way, ladies. I don't think we ever got your names. May we ask them? Hey, Oh! We don't want to use Shara or Dorothy. My, isn't that a lovely name? It has a pleasant ring to it. Thank you very much. How about you, miss? You may call me Corrine. Corrine, you say? That's a very pretty name. You're too kind, sir. I'm rather fond of it myself. Oh, they answer differently depending on the name? Wait, okay, so, like, I can guess that, if they said Dorothy, Joshua probably would have said Niall. But, like, what does Joshua say if you say Shara? Where are you now? Oh, not Joshua, the guards. Oh, I thought you meant that, like, Joshua would give a different name depending on, like, what you choose. Right, we're the special ops. My name is... I think that's just about enough. I sense an ulterior motive at work. Joshua's Korean anyway, got it. I mean, at least not from us. Please be safe on the way home. Let's get out of here. Well, aren't you Mr. Popularity? It was like their eyes all changed when you told them your name. It was not. I didn't see you shying away from joining in the conversation. Sure, but that doesn't mean I wasn't nervous. I kinda lost all my confidence there. What's the noise about? Oh, is it the Duke? Duke Dunan. It's the lady of the court! Hey, you maids! You don't look familiar. These are two of the new hires whom I'm instructing. This is Lena and that's Corrine. They're still quite inexperienced, so I'm giving them some extra training time. Philip, don't say a word! Did he recognize us? Not good. Given how many times we've run into him, it'd be bizarre if he didn't recognize us. Come now, Philip, enough with the staring. It's quite unusual to see coming from you, stiff upper lip and all. Please pardon my rudeness. You look much like my niece. My eyes were playing tricks on me, it seems. I'm dreadfully sorry for the discourtesy. Oh, it's no bother. Please, don't concern yourself. No, now that I stop and look, I must say that both of you are quite lovely. You with the brown hair, you have a very clean, healthy look about you. As for you, I personally think you'd look best with that raven hair of yours even longer. I'm honored. Ah, yes. Lena, was it not? You shall attend to me this evening. Your Grace? Ew, I don't want to serve him tea. I don't think tea is what he wants served, Joshua. Your Grace, your flirtations, while flattering, are best saved for another time and place. I know, exactly. They're 16. Like, Duke, walk away. All of the maids in the castle work directly in the service to Her Majesty, Queen Alicia. I trust you've not forgotten. I know. Some folks simply can't appreciate a joke. The castle will be mine in a week's time anyway. We can set aside time for fun then. Shut up! Get out of here! Your Grace, please, no more of this. I do not mind when you drink to excess, but you know how your libido gets in such instances. I say this knowing full well that I may be reprimanded for it. I said I was just joking. Enough, I'm going to bed. As you wish, Your Grace. Your room is right over there. Alright, Lena. You just let me know if you have any problems. Anything at all. I'll give you the best advice the future king can give. Thank you very much. Aren't you cute? Yes, good. Get out. I apologize unreservedly for all the fuss. His Grace will likely remember nothing of this come morning. Please set your minds at ease. I should certainly hope so. I'm truly sorry. Madam and young missus, I beg your pardon, but I must take my leave. I know, they want that guy on the throne. No, we need Claudia. We need Claudia back. I feel so badly for him. Or better yet, Queen Alicia doesn't have to abdicate at all. I know, it was a joke when what he said wasn't received well. Classic. He truly seems to bear the weight of the world on his shoulders. Oh, do you know Mr. Philip personally? Yes, ever since we were children. Though not nearly as well as we once did, thanks to the one he serves. I see. He sure seems like he's nervous all the time, doesn't he? I'll bet that everything between the Duke and the Colonel has him completely on edge. Probably, yeah. By the way, what was that you were saying earlier about me being the popular one? Joshua! No. Joshua, don't. Joshua, don't. That's not funny. The Duke certainly seemed awfully fond of you. Please, I'd like to keep my food in my stomach, thank you. Alright, back to before. I feel like I'm missing something. Why would the Duke want tea so late? Well, you see, don't worry about it. Estelle, allow me to elucidate the matter of tea and why gentlemen should never request it in polite company. Huh? Come closer. Hilda whispered something into Estelle's ear. Now do you understand? Yes. Hopeless. Completely hopeless. Thanks for everything, both of you. If not for you, I don't know what we'd have done. Please, it was the least I could do in Her Majesty's service. I only ask that you complete the request she made of you. I feel the same way. I beg of you, do everything in your power to save the princess. We will. Oh, are you one of her royal retainers? Yes, I regret that I rarely get the chance to serve her directly. She's so kind and open. She's always treated me more like a friend than a servant. And they should certainly never request tea from someone underage. Exactly. Never. Never. Thank you for the hydrate coffee. The thought of her being held captive keeps me up at night. I understand. Well, you can rest easy now that we're on the job. We'll save her. Shall we be going? So, but can we bring Zin with us? Because, having a party of 3 would be real nice. What, might I inquire, are you doing at this late hour? Amalthea, go away. Captain Amalthea. Good evening. I realize you've been invited here, but don't you think it's a bit late for you kids to be out walking around? Please pardon us. We've simply never been in a castle like this, and we couldn't resist the urge to take a look around. Oh, that's certainly understandable. So where were you half an hour ago? Please enlighten me, if only for my own edification. Oh my god. Well, we're not gonna say the Royal Guard room, the cellar, and I really don't think that we should say the main quarters, because that is a little bit too close to the truth. Okay, I'm really hoping that I don't fuck this up. I'm gonna say the kitchen. That's strange. I was making my rounds through there and I never saw you. Let us not waste time on games. I've received reports of you going in and out of the maid quarter several times. Damn it! I should have done it! You not think it a bit odd to be looking around in that particular place? You don't think that questioning someone like that when you already have the facts is a little cruel? I'll take that as a compliment. So what business did you have in the maid quarters? I suggest you answer honestly. Well, Still, Joshua, Zin, is that you? You've been here the whole time? Or is it the mayor? Oh, Zin! Zin! Now that's the stuff. You're drunk. Oh, sorry. Hey, if it ain't my favorite gorgeous officer lady. Nice. Some luck we've met up again, huh? I suppose. What's going on? Are my students here causing any trouble? Students? No, it's just that they were in the maid quarters for a while. I merely wanted to know their business simply as a security precaution. Oh yeah, I totally get ya. I just sent him off to find some munchies to go with my booze. Hey, Joshua, you kids find anything to eat? No, the cooks aren't back yet, I guess. We went to ask the maid if there was any way we could get our hands on something, but no luck. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to do without. Hey, I just had a great idea. You want to come and join me for a drink? I mean, hey, nothing goes with drinks like a beautiful lady. I'm afraid I'm busy, so I'll have to decline your generous offer. My apologies for the misunderstanding, but I would advise you to return to your room and remain there for the rest of the night. I have to investigate any suspicious activity, you understand. Of course. It is late, we should probably just get to bed. Very good then, now if you'll excuse us. Thanks for bailing us out, Zen. Oh, denied. Oh well, might as well just go back to the room. I mean, he did ask politely. Right, we'll go with you. Looks like we managed to convince her, at least. Yeah, yeah. Look at him. Zen, aren't you drunk? I was acting drunk. I haven't had a single drop. No way, your face had even gone all red. He focused on making his blood circulate better, which made it look like he was intoxicated. It's done with some kind of Eastern martial arts breathing exercise, right? I'm surprised you're familiar with it. But hey, you seem to be in a tight spot, so I figured I'd distract everybody. Thanks, Zen! Nice, huh? Saved your bacon, as the saying goes. You are an evil, evil man, Zen. Okay, sir, you did help us out, but you also surprised the hell out of me. Sorry about that. So what's the story? What story? I would have thought it'd be obvious. The story of you meeting with the queen. Of course he knows. Oh, wait, what? How did you... Did Eleanor tell you something about this? Actually, I couldn't get him to tell me anything. But now I know anyway, don't I? Without prior knowledge, there's no way you could have just guessed. So how much do you really know? I guess it's finally time to show you this. Zen produced a letter from his pocket and handed it to Estelle and Joshua. What's this? I know this handwriting. I swear to God, if this is from Cassius Bright. Well, don't just stand there. Read it. It'll explain a lot. Okay. Dear Zen Vathek, I hope this letter finds you well. I know I've been out of touch. I'm in a hurry, so I hope you'll pardon my bluntness. My work concerning the Jaegers is leading me into Imperial territory. However, due to the fact that unusual forces seem to be influencing matters inside Liberl, I feel uneasy being absent for so long. That's why I must ask a favor of you. Can I persuade you to come to Liberl and help out if they need it? Since you haven't been to Liberl before, perhaps you could think of it as a recreational trip. There's a martial arts competition before the Queen's birthday celebration, and foreigners can participate. It would make a fine camouflage. I realize this is sudden, but if you can do it, I would be most grateful. I'm intending to return to Liberl before the festival, so hopefully we'll be able to have a drink together when I return. Of course it's fucking Cassius Bright! Everything's Cassius Bright! Everything that happens in this game is because of Cassius Bright. Everything! Who would have known? Cassius Bright. He's haunting the narrative. You may have the chance to meet my son and daughter. They're currently apprentices at the guild, so if you happen to meet them, feel free to test the extent of their training. Try not to bail them out too much, unless it seems like they really need it. Hey, so Dad actually asked you to come to Liberl. Every countermeasure is planned by him. He is planned. Cassius Bright wrote this game, actually. Like, he wrote it. Which means he's an Erebonia now. That's the long and short of it. The long and short of it? What it means is that you were in cahoots with him all along. It's kind of a nasty way to put it, don't you think? I owed Master Cassius a favor from the time he spent in Calvard. The latter just gave me the chance to make it square again. I suppose. When did you realize we were his kids? I had a feeling from the outset once I saw Estelle's techniques with the bow staff. I asked Kilika about it, and that confirmed it. It would have been nice if you'd said something about it at all. We've been worried sick wondering where Dad's been. I know, and I'm sorry I haven't said anything. But I got the impression from the letter that he was trying to keep his whereabouts a secret. Still, you're definitely his kids, all right. If you can pull off a job as big as sneaking an audience with the Queen. I suppose so. He knows this much, it wouldn't hurt to tell him everything, right? I agree, it's probably best to fill Zin in on everything. It's a bit far-fetched to say that we could put an end to this whole situation on our own, after all. So true, please stay in my party, Zin. Estelle and Joshua told of how they had managed to speak directly with the Queen, as well as the Queen's request to safely rescue Princess Claudia. I see. I thought something seemed a little off when everyone was talking at the party. Alright then, I'll help you out with that little request. You will? Yep, I think this is the ideal opportunity to settle my debt to Master Cassius. Please let me help. We'd be glad to. Thank you once again. God, please help us. Please help us in. Whoa. Oh my god. Similar melody, but slowed down and in a different key. I love this. I like this. I like this subversion of the melody here. I like this. It's in like a minor key and it's all slowed down and all ominous and shit, but it's a melody we know. I know, please don't abandon the party, Zen. Please don't. Please, 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 please. What is this place? I never would have imagined that something like this even existed. Oh, you didn't realize it was the same melody? I love like harmonies and like different leitmotifs being used in different ways, but yeah, it's a yeah. It's larger than I expected. Lieutenant Lawrence, if you'd be so kind as to show us the way to the lowest level. Oh, hey, he's here. Yes, sir. Oh my. Whoa. Is that some kind of mechanical monster? Well, well, so these must be the archaisms. Holy shit! Took out that thing in one stroke. Are you acquainted with Olivier? That's some musical understanding. So honestly, soundtracks are one of my favorite things about games, and I really like listening for leitmotifs that are used over and over again, but also, like, I grew up playing the piano, I grew up singing a lot, and so, like, harmonies and melodies that are used in different places, like, those are things that I pay attention to. So a lot of it comes from being really, like, acquainted with music from a very, very young age. You're the quickest to react. You are indeed truly a force to be reckoned with when you don't hold back. You flatter me, sir. Your quick draw technique as well was quite remarkable to behold. I can see that you've studied under the Divine Blade himself. I'm humbled. I still have a ways to go before I can really humble anyone, I'm afraid. Time waits for no man. The skills I possess now will have to be enough. My strength may be meager, but I must forge the kingdom's future with my own two hands. Okay. My brave men, the way to the ultimate power is open. A bright new dawn approaches for our beloved Liberl. I expect only the best of each of you. By your order, sir. We of the Special Ops will work as one for the Colonel. For the glory of Liberl. Thank you for that, Rain. Elman! Hi, Elman. Okay, ads are gonna run in a couple minutes, so I think I'm just gonna run them now so we get them out of the way, and then we'll do a little bit more. Maybe we'll, like, go to the place where we're supposed to be rescuing everybody, and then we'll call it there. But I'll be right back. I came back a little bit early because I have a cat in my lap, and I wanted to show her off. And I don't know how long she's going to stay here. So, behold, the cat. I love her. She's been sleeping for most of the afternoon and evening, so I was expecting her to come out a little while ago. But she's finally here. My baby. Ow, ow, ow. Your claw's digging into my knee. Ouch. Oh, okay, ads should be over. Thank you for your patience if you had to deal with them. I really appreciate it. I understand the situation. You've both performed admirably. I'm amazed that you were able to deliver the professor's message to Her Majesty in person. We just got lucky is all. The real question is, how much longer is luck going to be on our side? Yes, so we're really going to have to stay focused. If you understand that already, there's nothing more that I need to tell you. In any case, we can consider Professor Russell's request to be fulfilled. Please accept this as compensation for a job well done. Hell yeah. Guys, we got the first class! Oh my god, I wasn't sure if we were gonna make it since I missed a couple of quests at the very beginning of the game. I wasn't sure if we were actually gonna get to the first class. Oh, this is so exciting! Yay! Oh, we got another. I'm pretty sure I already had one of these. We're getting another one. Now then, Zin. It was pure providence that Cassius invited you here. We need the help of an A-rank bracer like yourself. No need to even ask. Even if I didn't have a debt to repay to Cassius, I couldn't possibly stand by idly in a situation like this. I'm with you until the end. I knew we could count on you, Zen. By the way, what's this A-rank business? It's a rank that signifies a full-fledged bracer's full power. There are 7 ranks, ranging from G on the bottom up to A at the top. So he's the highest rank you can get? Wow, I never knew you were such a badass, Zin. Well, I may be A-ranked, but I'm still an underling, so to speak. There are 20 A-rankers across the continent. But above that, there's an informal S-rank. That one's only granted to bracers who successfully resolve issues on a national scale. There are only 4 of those on the entire continent. And let me guess, Cassius Bright is one of them. Oh, I'm not sure I even want to think about what they can do. You really don't know any of this stuff, do you? Yeah, okay, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that one of the 4 S-ranked bracers would be Cassius Bright? What? Okay, Joshua, you're not going to tell me that you knew about this already, right? Right? Sorry, but yes, I did. He solved a major case for the Republic about 5 years ago. And we met you 5 years ago. Coincidence? You were faster than me. Yes. One of them is, of course, the god among men, Cassius Bright. The man, the myth, the legend. The person who has only been on everyone's, everyone's been talking about him literally the entire game. But no. Like, we're all shocked about this. It's hardly worth even getting upset about anymore. She's learning. Royal Army Soldier, Hidden Hero, Divine Blade, S-Rank Bracer. If he's really so damn awesome, then it sure would be nice if he'd come back and take care of this case. You may be right. If you were with us, perhaps this would never have escalated to the point where a coup d'etat was even possible. Joshua, what's wrong? Just thinking about how strange this is. The whole chain of events apparently started with Dad going off on his trip. It's as if whoever planned the coup was waiting for him to be gone. Well, Richard probably knew that he wasn't going to get anything done if Cassius Bright was in the country. At least that's just the impression I have. Oh! So what you're saying is that the coup d'etat was planned around his departure for the Empire. Am I correct? No, I'm sure that would be overthinking things. I mean, probably not. That one has been everywhere except in front of Estelle. Yeah. I can't think of anyone who could possibly manipulate Dad like that without him noticing he was being used. They'd have to know him and his behavior patterns exceptionally well to be able to pull it off. Well, yeah. I never knew what he was up to, even though he was so close. I don't think even Colonel Richard could have managed to pull the wool over his eyes. Just watch. We're gonna see Cassius at the end of the game, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, I totally knew that I was being used. I totally knew that I was being manipulated. I left because I figured that between all of the other bracers here, I could handle it." Cassius Bright is going to show up at the end of this game, look his daughter dead in the eye, and say, "Estelle, I left because I knew you were a JRPG protagonist, and I knew that somehow, some way, you would be able to handle this." Yeah, he's gonna show up and be like, "I knew I could leave it to you through the power of JRPG plot." He's too powerful. The game would have been over in a heartbeat if he was here. So true. So true. If he was here, we never would have had a game. The fact that he foreshadowed all the trouble and moved people to take care of things. If Cassius was here, the game would be done in chapter 1. Yeah. Like, he's just taking a vacation. He went to Erebonia to take care of whatever, but he totally knew I feel like he probably knew he was being manipulated, and he was just like, "My daughter can handle it." More likely, it's just that two major events happened to overlap with each other. Regardless of the circumstances, we cannot currently rely on Cassius to help. Therefore, I'm resolved to prepare for the worst. I believe an emergency conference of the Grancel branch of the Bracer Guild is called for. All other things being equal, we have a request that comes directly from Her Majesty the Queen. Estelle, this really has been the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky first chapter. That's going to be the last line in the game, and then the credits are going to roll, and it's going to be Cassius Bright who says it. The third article of the Bracer Code states that we shall never act in a fashion that interferes with the government. We cannot ignore Her Majesty's request, however, so we must act. But we're no match for the Royal Army as we are. I ask the cooperation of all bracers in Grancel, including Zin, of course. Oh, okay. If we come in conflict with the Intelligence Division, we'll need all the help we can get. Ideally, we should have the cooperation of the other branches. The checkpoints have been completely sealed off as of today. Ostensibly to foil any potential terrorist activity. What? So basically, it amounts to martial law. So the enemy is finally moving at full tilt. This may be to stifle any activity on the part of any Royal Guardsmen in hiding as well as ourselves. If we're going to conduct a rescue operation, we'll have to do it with the resources on hand. Ollie, hi, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Oh, fun, but we're up to it. Thank you, that's very kind to say. Welcome to Trails into Cassius. So true. That's actually this game. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Do we have a solid idea of where the prisoners are being held? It's been on my mind for a while now, actually. I believe the most likely place would have to be the Herb Royal Villa. I think you're right about that, Elenan. That's the building in the forest, right? It would make sense. If the soldiers are using it as a pretense of counter-terrorism, few would question it. I can't imagine they'd want to lock a lady of the royal family in a cell in less than fortress. Considering it's the army we're gonna be going against here, I'd like a more solid confirmation, however. If we assaulted the wrong place, we'd have hell to pay for it. Yes, precisely. But in either case, we must assemble any bracers currently in the royal city. But I ask you to assemble them here for me. Any information you could gather while doing so would be much appreciated. If I'm not mistaken, Estelle, you and your friends are acquainted with the reporter, correct? Oh, you mean Niall? Yeah, we should see if you've picked up anything significant. Also, we must attempt to enlist the aid of the guardsmen who are in hiding. If you can get them to contact me, it would be greatly appreciated. So in other words, you need to get in touch with Sister Julia. She helped us with the invitation before, so we should let her know what's going on. So off to the cathedral, then. There are 4 other bracers in the city, Kurt, Grant, Karna, and Annalise. Check the bars in their usual hangouts. They may also be in the hotel. If you see them, please instruct them to come back here. Sure thing. Alright, then off we go. Alright, you got it. Bye, Elenan, I'll be back. Wait, what if somebody's upstairs? What if they've been hiding upstairs the entire time? Okay, they are not upstairs. I had to check, you know? Would be fun. I know. Can you imagine Annalise just like chilling up there? Like, I didn't realize you guys were looking for me. I've been upstairs the entire time. Okay, so let's go to the cathedral first, and then we can look for the bracers. Yeah, Eldon, I don't know where the bracers are. And then they've been hiding upstairs the entire time. Hi. There's a newly cloistered nun, but I haven't seen her around today. I pray she hasn't taken ill. Hi. You're looking for Sister Ellen, perchance? I believe the Archbishop would know her whereabouts. He should be in the sacramental chamber to the southeast of this room. Okay, Oh. Hi. For every meeting, there must also be a parting. Each goodbye is a new hello in waiting, and this rule shall remain steadfast through each of our lives. Life moves ever forward, pulled by threads we call destiny. There's no beginning, no middle, and no end. There is only the human condition. There's no way we as men and women can fully conceive of this universe within which we dwell. That is something only the goddess Idios can properly envision. I know, Noah becoming a nun? Like, bro. How did this happen? How did you decide that, like, this was your calling, man? And who might you be? We're members of... We're, Bracers. The Bracer Guild, I mean. We're looking for a Sister Ellen. Where are you now? Might I guess that you share a complicity with her, then? With a nun? Ew, no! He's asking if we know her real identity, Estelle. Estelle, I love you so much. We're here with information she asked us to find. I'm sorry to say she's no longer at the cathedral. She came to say goodbye this morning and left. Where to? I mean, do you know where she might have gone? Only I did. I've been close with the royal family for many years now, and she's always regarded me as a friend and confidant. But this time she refused to give me any details. I know, the first time, this is the first time, like, Estelle, huh? She no doubt wished to keep the church from getting too deeply involved in whatever is occurring. I see. I wouldn't worry, though. She had the light of hope in her eyes as she departed. I'm confident she was not running away to wallow in despair, but for a more noble cause. That's good, at least. But the thing is, we kind of need her to stay in touch with the Royal Guardsmen. Begging for rain in the desert only gets you sand. We should probably go. Archbishop Current? Is there an Archbishop Raisin or Bishop Sultana as well? Oh my god, we should check! Maybe those are the archbishops in the other areas. The best thing we can do is covertly keep an eye out for other royal guardsmen. Not the most efficient plan, but that seems to be all we've got. Seem to be between a rock and a hard place, as they say. Always remember that Idios helps those who help themselves. Do all you can, then Idios will surely take care of the rest. Hard and honest work will always lead you down the right path. Thanks, buddy! They're NPCs with those names. Don't remember if they were archbishops, though. Oh my god. They're real. Early this morning, I crossed paths with one of the nuns from the cathedral. Where could she have been going at that time of day? Well, where did you see? What direction was she going? Come on, man. Hello. Lakeisha? Now 2 seconds after he left, he runs back in raving about us buying a house. It's hard enough for us to pay rent on this dump each month, so how are we supposed to afford a mortgage? Finally told him, stop screwing around and find yourself a job and then we'll talk. For better or for worse, for richer or poorer. Till death do us part. Ugh. Time to go to every building, so true. They just sold a house around here recently. I wish I were living there. This place is too small. If I worked hard enough, I could take out a loan and buy a place of my own. Okay. Well, let's go in here and see if anyone's... The Royal Guard may seem a bit antiquated by modern standards, but to see them sticking to the rules of discipline was simply breathtaking. Are they even having the birthday celebration this year? I heard the Queen's gotten sick, so maybe the party's gonna get cancelled. I have nothing to do until the birthday celebration. The special ops guys were grumbling about some search mission. I got bits and pieces of it. Royal Guard, citizen, uncooperative, and shall we say, more colorful metaphors. What do they expect? The Royal Guard is very well respected. Okay. So they're not in there. For sale. Easy conversion to restaurant. I see. Hey, Niall? Hey, is Niall around? Aha! This is weird, Chief. We haven't heard anything in 2 days. Well, he does tend to get completely wrapped up when he's looking for the next big story. But given how close we are to a state of martial law, I don't much like that he hasn't contacted us either. Hi, guys! Hi, Dorothy! Pardon us. Oh, it's you. Perfect timing. Good afternoon. We're here to talk to Niall, but I'm guessing he's not around? That's what we were just talking about. Niall hasn't shown up here today or yesterday. No word from him or anything. Huh? Yesterday or today? We spoke with him in the evening 2 days ago. Really? What do you mean, really? You gave us the message to meet him for Adios' sake. Thanks for the hydrate. We came here to talk to him after the semifinals. Oh, right. Now that you mention it. So did he say anything to you? Like where he was going? Oh, right. I remember what happened. He got a call from someone that said he had to leave. Are you serious? Yes. We haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. I can't believe that. She gave up on him so fast. I can't believe Niall's dead. Who said he was dead? Today is when all the airliner traffic gets shut down. Everything was normal yesterday, though, so maybe he went to another province? I already inquired with the landing port's passenger registry, and there was no sign of him. I know. Rip Niall, he was a real one. I figure he still has to be somewhere in town. You two were the last ones to see this reporter fellow. Weren't you talking to him about something for a news article? These are the times we live in. Controlling the media is a big deal for the military. What do you think, Chief? Certainly can't argue with that. Particularly in the case of the Intelligence Division. They monitor and censor everything we do. You wouldn't believe how frustrating it is. Which means you can't get much information for your stories, but it's in a reporter's nature to want to get as much possible into the hands of the readers. I see. So you went to check out a new subject that the Intelligence Division hasn't started censoring yet. What was the last thing he told us about? I think it was about the arranged marriage for Claudia. And the Duke mentioned something about it at the dinner party. Niall told you about that too? It'd make a hell of a story if it's true. He mentioned having to get some evidence at any cost. How did a reporter like Niall even learn about something like that? I'd have thought that something like that would be known only to the royal family. He did say he's friends with someone who works in the Herb Royal Villa. Completely off the record, but the terrorists are supposedly after the princess. So she's secretly staying at the villa for her own safety. Dorothy! Dorothy, thank you! I knew it! And the veil is lifted. Maybe the person he was talking to was his friend in the villa, which would mean Niall's probably there too. You don't say! Well, if I know Niall, he probably tried to worm his way in for an interview with the princess. I know, the most clueless person dropping facts. She doesn't even realize what she just did for us. If the soldiers saw him, they'd have arrested him on the spot. No, Niall's a goner! Can't believe Niall's dead. Again. Why do you keep coming back to that? But if he has been arrested, getting him out isn't gonna be easy. Yeah. I'm betting he and Princess Claudia are pretty much in the same situation. What exactly do you people know? Don't worry about it. Do you have inside information on what's going on in this city? In all of Liberl? Sorry, but we really can't talk about it. Just let the Bracer Guild take care of Niall. If he has been arrested, we'll see to it that he's released. Alright, please do whatever you can. Please, you guys! We gotta bring Niall back! Leave it to us. Well, we'll bring him back if he isn't dead. Which, you know, he might be, if what Dorothy thinks is true. Okay, time to look for the bracers. I really don't think they're gonna be in here. True, we have reviving arts, we're good. So even if he is dead, like, he'll be fine. He'll get better. Okay. Let's go to some of the shops. See if we can't find any of the bracers. Hello, have you seen a bracer? Hello, have you seen a bracer? I've always felt that if a customer needs help after hours, I mean really needs help, then I'll gladly stay late and do what I can. Gotta make sure Zacharias signs off on it though, and if I do it too often, he'll tell me to take I. Okay, well, no bracers. Bracers? 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 Hello? The other day, Kurt was like right here. But no longer, I guess. The Fisherman's Guild. Hey, have you seen any bracers? I went to the platform to see if there were any flights to Rouen, but the soldiers told me the airships are grounded. I was really looking forward to doing some ocean fishing. That's rough, buddy. How long do they plan to keep us hostage like this? A life without fishing is a life better spent dead. If you can even call it a life at all. I'm gonna lose my mind. That's rough, buddy. Okay. So... Okay, let's go to the arms shop, see if anybody's there. Karna! Hi, Karna! Hey, look who it is. You've got Old Man Zen with you. What's going on? It's a long story. Ah, sounds serious. You're not just pulling my leg, are you? I must admit I did find it a bit odd that all the gates and ports and such have been shut down. So what did you want with me exactly? Well, we need to get everyone together and formulate a plan. So if you would, please meet us at the guild. Gotcha. I'm already there. Bye, Karna. See you later. Of course she's at the weapon shop. I knew that somebody would be there. Okay, 1 bracer down. 2 to go. 3 to go. Whoops. I forgot about Grant. Okay. No bracers. Okay, is somebody gonna be at the bar? Grant! No. Hey, it's Grant! Well, if it isn't the Big Bad Champions. There you guys spend a night at the castle. Frankly, I'm surprised to see you back so early. Penguin, welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Did you eat anything good? Yeah, we did, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Oh, something on your mind? Holy crap, you're not pulling my leg, are you? We're not. Every word is true. Someone who actually remembers Grant's name. I mean, I do feel bad because I did forget about him like 5 seconds ago when I was saying that I had like 3. I forgot that I had 3 bracers left to talk to. I forgot about Grant for a second, but I do remember his name. Now we just need to find Kurt and Annalise. Grant looks like a Fire Emblem protagonist. Oh my god, Laura, you're so right. He does. He looks like he would be so at home in a Fire Emblem game. I'd stake my reputation on it. If Zen and the Immovables moved by this, that's all the proof I need. I'll do whatever I can to help. You can count on it. Thanks, Grant. We'll all be meeting at the guild house to plan our strategy as soon as possible. So if you please, head over there when you can. Understood. Go well, friends. I'll catch up with you there. Grant kind of reminds me of Adol from East. Oh, that's a really good... That's a good comparison too, actually. Adol is... Yeah, the hair. The hair. I've only played 1 East game, but yeah, I totally see what you mean. Don't mind me, everyone. I'm just looking at everyone's houses to see if you have a spare bracer. Thanks for going to the Bracer Guild, fake agate. Oh, not the fake agate. Man. Even the face looks a little similar. That's true. I didn't even think about it till now. I've played East 8. I don't remember a thing about it. I had a good time with it. Yeah, East 8. The Lacrimosa of Donna one. Yeah, Ys is another Falcon thing. Yeah. It was funny. I hadn't even realized that this was the... Like, Ys 8 was the very first Falcon game I ever played. I'd give up fishing altogether if you just come home. Oh, man. You played Ys Origin and Ys 1 and 2? Oh, yeah, people really like Ys. I've heard really good things about it. I say, as someone who has literally played one of them. But like I said, I really don't remember anything about it. Right, they said that someone might be at the hotel. Good pick, honestly, it's amazing. I had a good time with it. Like, it was pretty fun. I'm not entirely sure if Ys is a series I'll ever revisit, but I had a good time with the game that I played. You want to get the Ys series, but you need to wait for a good bundle? Yeah, that makes sense. Things are expensive. Ys Origin was particularly fun. Oh, I love that. Yeah, it was... I've seen a lot of people say that they do really enjoy the Ys series. Ah, Kurt! Okay, so after this, we just need to find Annalise. I remember how much money I put on this series already. I know, it racks up fast, especially since there are like 14 games, right? I wish I could remember that time a little better. Oh my god, Kurt's going through it. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. He couldn't remember what was going on. Some of them use the same style as OG Trails with 2D sprites and all. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I love the style of this Trails game. Before starting another one, better check bundles for sure. It's like there's a thick fog blanketing the whole thing. How you doing, Kurt? Hi, Kurt. It's good to see you here. Hi, Estelle. Hi, Joshua. Zin's with you too? Didn't you know that we were going to that dinner party at the castle yesterday? That was when these two rookies took on a pretty major assignment. What major assignment? I think it's best if we tell you more or less the whole story. You're serious? Of course we are! That's why we really need your help! No, that's not it. I admit I'm shocked at Her Majesty's request of you. But the black orbment that the Colonel has, it's real? You know about it? Wait. Kurt, you know about it? What's wrong? You look awfully pale. Oh my god, he's remembering something, Kurt. Are we about to see Kurt, like, die in front of us? What in the world? Step away from him. Huh? Zin, what? Oh my god! Zin, you can't just knock people into walls! Oh my god! It's so cool the way they do it. Even if it's an action game, it looks and feels great. That's true. That was one of the things that, I mean, I prefer turn-based to action combat, so the combat in Ys 8 wasn't really my favorite, but I had a good time with it all together. Dr. Zin or something. What's that? You didn't even touch him, and he acted like he got electrocuted. It's a special spirit channeling breath technique. It allows the user to directly affect the target's body without direct physical contact. I don't normally like to be so rough, but time isn't exactly on our side. Kurt, are you okay? How are you feeling? Wow, I'm actually a lot better. Okay, good to hear. I can't remember every detail, but a good bit of it's coming back. I'm a little unsteady from the shock, but I think I'll be alright. What do you remember? Didn't I say before? There was an accident around 3 months ago. You lost your memories while you were working, right? An old school medical treatment be like just slapping the sense back into him. Someone had asked me to check up on those men in the black outfits, and then I took something suspicious from them. It was the Black Orphan. So the person who gave you the assignment... Yes, it was your father. Who could have guessed? Cassius Bright wrote this game. He wrote the game. Like, is there anything in this game that he did not directly orchestrate? Someday I'll make a friend play this game. As you should. What a surprise. I know. Who could have guessed? It all comes back to Cassius. And he has to take a shot every time someone says Cassius Bright. You're gonna kill your friend, Coffee. He's gonna die. Cassius is the Zemurian version of Jesus at this point. I am inclined to agree with you. Literally, like, he invented everything ever. He saved us all from our sins. He is God's gift to mankind. You said a friend, not a good friend? Holy shit. All right, then. You do you. Wasted no time in packaging it up and sending it to him. Okay, so... So he's the one. Okay, and it never got to Cassius because it came to us instead. Okay, I forgot for a second that the package was originally for Cassius. And that we ended up with it instead. Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Cassius Bright? I'm gonna start saying that so people know. I need to like add that. I need to like add that as a command or something where we can just like do exclamation point Cassius and it can just say, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Cassius Bright? I might legitimately add that. And then we can just use that every time that someone brings up Cassius. I genuinely think I'm gonna do that. And he didn't even remember writing the letter till now, right? So the K on the package was you. Yes. I think I also remember there being a note that said to have Professor Russell analyze it. I get it. The package was delivered to you two. Do you remember anything after that? Anything that happened after you sent off the package? Yes, after I left the port, someone called out to me. And then... It's no good. It's all one big blur. You're probably best off not pressing your luck. It's likely to just cause strain that you can't handle yet. Yes, alright. I'm really just amazed that I was able to remember anything at all. Which brings us to the bigger question, who would have done this? Maybe those special ops guys? It's possible. They did use that nasty poison on Agate after all. It's as if they're manufacturing and testing new drugs. Maybe they've made something to cause memory loss. Ah, now there's a cheerful thought. Thus, there's the Sky Bandit's boss and Mayor Dalmore to consider. We have to be really careful. I'm sorry, I don't have anything really useful to tell you. Kurt, you have been more helpful than you could have ever believed. We know more than we knew before. I know what Her Majesty asked you to do. I want to help if you'll let me. Please do. I love how we meet him as just a goofy and caring father, but during the game we learn along with Estelle who he really is. No, I really like that too, where you see him at the very beginning and you're just like, oh, that's just Estelle's dad. Whatever. Like he's a really good bracer, but whatever. And then we figure out that he is the man, the myth, the legend, the man himself, Cassius Bright, S-rank bracer, and god to all of bracer kind. Are you sure you'll be okay? Sure, my memory may be like a sieve, but physically I'm fine. I owe you for your help, so please allow me to make it up to you. If you're feeling up to it, sure. We need to work out a strategy. For now, let's meet back at the guild. Alright, you have my thanks. Hi, Kurt. Okay, so let's go find Annalise. So then Annalise will probably be in the east block. So to the east block we go. Maybe she'll be in the marketplace. Who knows? Yeah! Well, if it isn't Zin and the new recruits. Back from the castle already? Well, yeah, I guess we are. Annalise, could we have a moment of your time? You heard something juicy you're looking to share with me? Well, if by juicy you mean spit your juice all over in shock, then yeah. The way the game uses Kurt as a way to pass important information to the main characters and also as a punching bag sometimes. Poor Kurt. Poor guy. Oh, you both really like Annalise. She's cute. It's a real juice bomb. Ooh, you have my undivided attention. Should we be talking about this here, or should I be sitting down for it? Huh? Just to make it absolutely clear, this isn't a joke. Things could get serious in a big hurry, and if they do, we'll need your help. Let's see. Sorry, my head's just a little scrambled from how screwed up the whole situation is. I don't really get all this, but you want everyone to meet up at the guild house, right? Right. Elnan will fill you in on all the details. Okay, then I'll go see what's up. She's goofy and cute. I can see that, yeah. She is really cute. Okay, hold on. Before we actually go anywhere, everyone say hi to Olivier. I wonder if they're gonna say anything. I genuinely think that that Mueller would kill him. Like he would commit first-degree murder if Olivier left the embassy. But also, like, I do kind of need him to leave the embassy because I think that he took all of the quartz that I gave him. I think that he took it all with him when he left. And I gave him some really good quartz, damn it. I want it back. But that's a later problem. I know, he's in lockdown. She's a silly gal who loves cute and swing sword. How can someone not love her? You make a very good argument, actually. I'm convinced. I've been instructed to keep Olivier from leaving the embassy premises. I would probably refrain from acting on his behalf too, at least for the time being. Man, that's such a good emote, Laura. It really is. Okay. So now it's time to go back to the Bracer Guild. He needs to be contained. You're right. It's for everyone's own good that we keep him away from the general public. He needs to be contained. Let him free. Your Mueller, this is for Mueller's mental health. Like this is for Mueller's sake. We need to make sure that he doesn't have like an aneurysm. Okay. I do think that we're going to leave this here for the day, because I think that if we go inside, we are going to be bombarded with another scene, and then we're going to immediately off to Herb Royal Villa. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to leave it here, and then we will save Princess Claudia, who's totally 100% definitely Chloe. Oh my god, maybe that's why Olivier isn't in the party. It's to leave room for Chloe to come back into the party. Please. So on Saturday, I'll be back, and we will do more of the, we'll do more of this. We will go into the saving everyone arc, and then hopefully find out, we'll find out whether Niall's dead or not. Because Dorothy thinks that Niall is dead. We'll find out. Mueller should probably consider putting Olivier in a collar to not lose sight of him again. No, you're right. You're right. That would probably be the best course of action, I've got to say. You think you won't be able to join on Saturday? Oh, well, we'll miss you, but I hope that you will have a good weekend. But yeah, okay, so we're gonna leave it there for the day. I'm gonna see who's on that we can go and hang out with. Okay. Oh my god. I love this. I will never get tired of this fight music. You watch the VOD after then? So yeah, that sounds good. At least you got your watch streak. Crispy. So good to see you. I did have fun, thank you. Okay, do we want Kingdom Hearts or a Tales of game? Do we have a strong opinion either way? No, wait, Dark Twist in my cozy game? I love this music too. I'm gonna be so sad when this isn't the fight theme anymore. Crispy, you want Kingdom Hearts? You got it. In that case, we're gonna go raid Kev. Kev is someone who I've been friends with for a very long time now, and also one of my mods, so you've probably seen him around if you've been here long enough. He is currently playing a first playthrough of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, which happens to also be my favorite Kingdom Hearts game, so I'm always really excited to see people play in it. Good night, thanks for the stream. Thank you for being here, I really appreciate it. Today was a lot of fun. We were able to get a lot done. Lots of story today. Oh man, hold on, wait. We're gonna wait just a second because he's in the middle of like a fairly dramatic cutscene. So I really don't want to screw this up by messing with his cutscene. Oh, but yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I am so excited to continue the game. It's gonna be so much fun. I feel like we're getting close. We're getting close to the end, but I'm not ready for it to be over. But thankfully we have second chapter right after. But okay, we're gonna just go. He's in a cutscene, but it'll be okay. But until then, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye!